McQuillan, I've heard y'all went bent over backwards, cooking and leading the troops. Good fucking work. Everyone else in the circle that was jumped on board with that, fucking amazing. The Faceless is a area of investigation that requires the best minds of every department to come together and work together and communicate. And I know everyone in this circle has sort of been chopping at it from different angles, whether it's the past couple weeks or whether it's just what happened this weekend. Obviously, as a direct victim of that incident, I don't want to be making the general... I will still be overseeing it from a strategic perspective when it comes to the bigger overall investigation. But in lieu of ensuring things get done right, I've asked Ruth to oversee the administration of it, if that makes sense, right? Like things are being missed, this, that, and the third. But Aaron and McQuillan, I would like you to continue doing what you've been doing, as you've already done a fantastic job, whether it's from the raids, whether it's from the immediate strategy of it. And as for the grander scope of things, I want everyone to continue doing what they have been doing, whether it's like Maeve with all those reports you've been doing, Riker, all the work you've been doing, Springfield, the work you've been doing, Aldo, what you've been doing with this, with the cemetery, etc., etc. The point that I'm trying to drive here is there are so many mini investigations that are all part of the bigger puzzle, right? Any questions about my meaning behind all this? Or is that pretty clear? Raise your hand if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So with that being said, this powwow, what happened? I'll tell you what happened from my POV and to get people sort of up to speed.
Did you put your statement into, Brian?
No, I haven't even had 5 minutes to myself.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure before I went.
Could you throw Brian fix on that?
Already done.
Beautiful. Wednesday, I did a traffic stop after ending my phone call with Bean. That resulted in me running into what I saw was a black and color 4-door Premier, fully blacked out tints. It drove around the outer wall of the Los Santos flight school. I pulled it over mostly to tell him to slow down. I really no intention to even giving a ticket, really. I was just a slow down, dumb fuck. The individual didn't say anything. So I was confused. I told him to tap on the window. He did, if he could hear me, he did. I called in backup. Ultimately, that led in the apprehension of Frederick White with the recorder, with the GPS jammer, etc., etc. That same night, myself, Bean, McQuillan, Maeve, Aaron, we tested the equipment out, learned that what that did is remove a government agent's blip. Now, at the time, we were under the impression that this might have been for Brandon or another government agent. Didn't know the details. Then again, a similar situation takes place. You see anything?
That pink Winky up on the hill.
Pink Winky?
Yep.
Is anyone?
One of those.
Perez had one which we raided yesterday.
Okay.
Who does?
Perez has one.
Interesting.
I raided yesterday.
And is pink as well?
Yep.
Interesting. So then comes the next day. We get into a similar situation when Aaron spots Matthew Colby with what turns out to be an individual codename Eagle. That turns into an entire thing. They jump into the water. I jump in with them, and I see this individual with like a red fucking mask. Kind of looks like Charlie, but a red mask. Charlie being the faceless, like, assault agent, let's call it, or comms agent. I get in there, I tell him we're coming after you, bitch. And then I pop out because I wasn't trying to die. Then again later that evening is when I got kidnapped. And This squad here and then some saved me out of it, resulting in the death of Eagle and Colby being splattered out. Once again, we find this equipment, but now we know I'm the target. What is the reason? Is it for Brandon? Are they going to record me, listen to him cry or whatever? Who knows? And then I got kidnapped Saturday. Now, Saturday was interesting. Aaron noticed, I went to a Fleeka. This is before the whole Frodo Baggins dumb fuck bullshit drama, which is funny as fuck. I would definitely read that report if you get
Frodo
a chance.
who?
Frodo dumb fuck. I don't know what his last
Warrant,
name is.
Yeah.
There's this whole thing where I brought 3 cadets out onto a Fleeka bank, asked for permission, got on it, and then he started crying that we didn't use lights and sirens, despite the fact there was 3 people in the back. And but anyways, the reason I bring up that Fleeka bank is Anna, Aaron, and others noticed during this Fleeka bank we have these vehicles just randomly, just like, even before we even got there, Anna was like, what the fuck? That car keeps driving by us. And then this second car and third car. And we noticed that there was some tailing happening. Then all of a sudden, as I'm dealing with this fucking dumb drama over at the marshal's office, people parked on the second floor looking into the marshal's office. So we were already sus. Now, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. At a certain point, I'm like, listen, these guys are going to catch me. Let's just, let's get this fucking over with. They still didn't take the bait. They just kept fucking circling. I go to get gas. I get held up. I get thrown into a vehicle with 2 individuals inside of it, one of which I end up biting the guy's finger because he tried to put a gag in my mouth. So I bit that shit. Was like, and also because I kept shit talking the driver, making him try to crash, which almost worked. Those 2 individuals, I don't know who they are. They had voice modulators. Then they brought me to they swapped me into a second car, 2-door sports vehicle, and drove me into Los Santos Air Training School. I was held for an hour and a half with an individual that I suspect is Ray Romanoff, but I cannot be certain about it. Context clues, the things I was saying, the reactions, no pause ID, but I suspect it was him. Around the corner was an individual I thought was Brandon. After that hour and a half completed, they put me next to him. I heard what I later found out was a voice recording of Brandon just crying. Like, Brian, oh my God. I chewed him out. Then I was encircled by about 6 individuals. 2 people with cuts, like biker cuts. Another individual that looked like a scuffed anime character with white parted hair with like a red tattoo on his face. Red and white tattoo. He had a very funny voice. I started laughing when I heard it. He got really upset, but it is what it is. And then who I thought was Charlie walked up to me, unmasked himself, turns out to be Brandon. The individual to the right of me that had what I suspect was a recorder, acting as if he was Brandon, turned out to be Matthew Colby. Brandon said some shit about pretending to be a CI. Blah, blah, blah. I ended up telling everyone, I can't believe you work for this dumb fuck. That's a joke. You guys are gang leaders and you work for this dude. That's fucking wild. After which then Brandon stabs me and I somewhat hear a recording of this very deep voice talking about how this was all planned. I don't know how it was planned. I genuinely do not think it makes any sense for Brandon to have given us actionable information that led in the capture of Silas Moreno, led to us getting
his information directly led to the enemy of the state being a easy pass.
Yes.
Like,
and now he's fucked.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with all this is, I think unbeknownst to us, we actually fucked up the Faceless. For what we've stopped, I don't know. But if their master plan was to put in Brandon as a fake CI, providing us dog shit information, and the little information he did give worked in our benefit, this does nothing for them.
Information that we directly knew was no value.
Yes. I think they're simply saving face. But that doesn't mean we stop. Beyond this, the Los Santos flight school should be investigated. Those involved in my kidnapping and the stabbing should be investigated. We are going to be focusing on marking up more enemy of the states. And just so there's no confusion here, Brandon was not Charlie. I think that was just, that doesn't make any sense. He got fucking stabbed by someone else. Not to mention, Brandon lost his finger to this. I don't.
I mean, I still think if that was their plan, it was a dumb fucking plan, and we came out ahead.
Yes. Any questions? I want to make sure I kind of laid the foundation of what it is that I witnessed in case it helps with any of y'all. Feel free to raise your hand and ask whatever, and then we'll talk about next steps.
Yeah. If not, I can talk about like where we're at now too.
Okay. Easy. All right. Easy.
I don't know, I guess this whole situation kind of sounds like whenever you're walking and your crush is nearby and you're trying to look cool, but then you trip on your own feet and you start to fall over, but then you try to like catch yourself and roll and try to land in like a superhero pose. You're like, yeah, I meant to do that so that you can try to save face in front of your crush.
Yes.
It's kind of what this sounds like.
It is. Yeah. I started this conversation talking about the Declassification Act. That's going to be our biggest weapon. When these gangs begin to realize that the Faceless are using them as tools, I think the dynamic's going to change very fucking quickly. Go ahead, Ruth.
So where we're at now, Aaron has conducted raids on DJ Cooper and Inez Perez. Inez Perez's raid was intel from the Faceless, easily tying him in. I have already written up a martial warrant for aiding and abetting enemy of the state, as well as all the other charges that we're going to push at a later time. DJ Cooper had, this is something of interest, 7 GCX-19 sort of pistols, all of similar quality. The Manor have been involved in 2 different shipments that we believe, well, 2 different incidents that we believe were weapons shipments. So I do think we need to open investigation into Manor parallel to this as well. We are still waiting. Aaron is working on the Stephen O'Connor raid that we will be conducting hopefully soon. Phone subpoenas have gone out for all 3 of those, as well as William Hunter, Matthew Colby, an unknown number that has been in frequent contact with Colby, and Cuddles Fish, as Cuddles is in frequent contact with Charlie through his phone subpoena, and we got her phone subpoena back as well.
Good fucking shit.
Yeah, for these people that we are going after, we're going to hunt them down the way they hunted Night. They're not just going to be, ooh, we're going to chase you. We're going to get them. We're going to fucking surround them and make them fear for their lives and make them pay for what they did.
Something that I'm going to... The state is authorized, and I'm getting them to put it in writing, the usage of new equipment and new capture methodologies, which I'm sure you guys can imagine what that might mean. Individuals in
Torture?
this circle... No, not torture. Okay, maybe not that far.
Bring it back just maybe like a few steps.
Yeah, come a few steps back.
No, a few steps back.
The state is very... They do not want us to sit back and handle things as you would a cash exchange or any normal call. Once I have the paperwork from them, we'll be able to utilize some tools and tactics that will require a bit of training, but they've asked. Okay, I don't want to say right now, but I'll say this much. Martial warrants have been intended for surveillance, for us to start spying on shit, pulling up in fucking black cars, blacked out vehicles and popping out the back. This is not just my vision. This is the vision of the state. So as I get details on that and it gets through the legal hurdles, we'll have a lot of tools at our disposal, right? So this is not just heavily investigatory, but it will be us fighting back in a manner where that is, you know, pretty fucking badass. I'm gonna be straight up.
Are we talking like tactics where we don't have to just result to beating down suspects who are trying to actively flee with a kidnapped, handcuffed victim?
There's discussion of a lot of things. I mean, look, like special, like handcuffs and like vehicle trackers and all kinds of very interesting things. But I just sort of want to set the vibe, and the excitement here is that this is just us sitting back and taking it, and it's us having the ability to fight back with the same energy and the same, like, this isn't a bank truck, right, guys? Right? This is so much more. So sorry, Ruth.
State level threat, right?
That's exactly it. Ruth.
So based on pretty much that brief sit rep, does anybody have any other information that they think needs to be aware of at this time, or anything everybody needs to know about? I think is the best way to handle it.
Okay.
I think this was communicated to Brian already, but I did see Frederick White yesterday.
Yes.
In
Yes,
Toledo,
he
out and about.
He was released from ICU. I did an interrogation before he was released. He's on my list of martial warrants.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Aaron.
Anything from that incident that like pokes any holes, something should be followed up on.
I hear.
Do you know who opened the door to the hangar?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Cuttlesfish is in frequent contact with Charlie, which is why we did pull her phone records as well, and would like to pull her in for interrogation to kind of figure part of that out. She does have a flight school that operates out of LSIA, but we believe Nick Simone might be the one that knows who has access in and out of that place.
So I went through everybody.
Could you speak up there?
I went through everybody who's been involved with all of these incidences so far.
Actually, can we all go inside the office?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know since we probably need to yell, it might be safer given some of these. Or the stuff I just said, I don't give a fuck if those assets know, if I'm going to be honest.
Everybody flexing when jumping off the roof. Let the poor injured girl have to walk all the way down the hall.
That's not funny. Who laughed?
We could arrange to
I
have
did.
you carried.
I should get a left installed.
Holy shit,
Metal detector's going off.
What
was the beeping? Metal detector.
That thing beeps. Damn.
Everyone in?
Cool.
Are we going to say?
Is there supposed to be something in this room? Or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is this,
It's still, work in progress.
Okay. 'cause
Yeah. Apparently,
I'm
all
gonna
the
see if there's
furniture
food.
companies are like,
This is some nice glass.
yeah.
I'm just trying to set up a nice circle.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
is there stuff in here?
That's what I
No.
was wondering.
It's clear glass.
Some stuff.
No.
Some stuff.
Anything there, or is it just?
Oh, I did.
I see
No,
some
there.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. There is some.
I see you guys.
Okay, then
Okay.
you want to go back out and come back in. 'Cause there is some
Actually,
stuff.
while I got everyone here, search declassify on Twatter, and if you can retweet that, and I'll explain the why after all of this.
Are you okay, Judah?
Oh yeah, I'm just crazy.
Okay. Why don't you get in a circle? Right here. Perfect spot.
sounds good. Like I said, I'll save your number. I'll fill somebody in, and we'll go from there. All right. Of course. Have a good one.
All right, McQuillan, you were saying?
What I was saying?
Is that who was talking?
No, I was not talking.
Right.
Oh. Before we came down here?
Yes. So
Okay.
I've gone through every single person that's been involved in all of these instances, and the only reference I can find about flight school is on Raymond Romanov's profile at the bottom. It says pilot license issued per request of flight instructor Christian Toe.
Is there a date?
2025 0312. I don't know what date that is because I don't know if they're ISO compliant.
McAllister, didn't you say yesterday that Brandon was?
Well, it's not December yet.
With.
Oh, true.
Was it you that told me in ICU yesterday that Brandon was with Raymond Romanov?
He was Aaron saw him with the car. Yeah.
Aaron, you're right.
This is Ruby.
We're doing a big powwow over the kidnapping and other stuff. If you want in.
I know this because pilot's license. Friends in the past.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Come up to the observatory.
December.
Most of these guys have been cooking over the weekend, but I figure
that means,
good for you to
if
be
they...
looped in.
Was it just a license? Or...
Were you gaslighting me through Pred today?
No. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit that's happening.
I don't know what his.
What documents are you talking about?
Raymond, that is.
That is a conversation you and I should have. But
right.
after all this, I'll say this much. There's a reason I came into that room very angry, and I know it wasn't on you.
That still need to be followed up.
I've literally kept myself out of so much. Okay.
For the raid of Steve Connor, but I believe we
all right. I'll meet you there.
Yep. See you in a bit.
William Hunter, once I get Knight's statement, and DJ Cooper as aiding and abetting. Enemy of the state, as well as the contents of their raid and the charges of the incident. And yeah, Steve's will be completed as soon as we get his raid, because I don't want to get that and forget about the raid.
Okay. Is there like a master doc or something along those lines?
There is a to-do list. It's an Omega document, I believe.
Okay. Okay. I think with Maeve, Aaron, McQuillan will get onboarded. Riker's already. We should be able to facilitate the majority of that information being accessible to them. We'll make that an Omega document for now. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, that's where it is for now,
Okay.
because I thought that would be the best way for everyone instead of locking it to Theta.
All right. Can we tell me if this is overcooking? I think there should be a master doc on the kidnapping. There should be a master doc separate with the flight school, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And then including the exercise of targeting unlicensed pilots. I want the fucking city to know that they're going to be losing their helicopters without a flight license because of the faceless. Not only is that going to work in our favor when it comes to how we communicate it out, but it's factually the case, right? When a state facility and that entire institute is being used by fucking terrorists, like, we can't just ignore that, right?
You know, in all the martial warrants that I am putting out, I thought it would be good to include this so when people subpoena it. Over the past month, Brandon Valentino has been working with the San Andreas State Marshal, providing intelligence on the Faceless and their past and current operations. Brandon played a key role in supplying information that led to the capture of Silas Moreno. As time went on, Faceless operatives began suspecting Brandon of leaking information, and suspicion towards him increased. On the 14th of November, Brandon contacted Ruth and Knight, reporting Mr. Blue had called him and warned that he was coming for him. Despite law enforcement's efforts, Brandon was ultimately captured, whereabouts unknown. So that's going to be in each one of these warrants as they subpoena him. They're going to directly be able to see, you know, the things Brandon was saying and was a part of.
On the list of onboarding, we got to get Jenna on there as well. Jenna Ventura.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is relevant at all, Brian, but Frederick White has a pilot's license, and there is no evidence in his profile about who gave it to him, and you can't see it.
So I had a chat with King this morning. There is a flight category for the flight school uses to identify who has been cleared by either Bean or King. That then results in the flight school being authorized to train said individuals for a flight license, and then in turn an instructor. Marshall should have access to that soon. I just need to talk to a judge so they're sort of made aware. And
it's just
yeah,
because most people that have pilot's licenses in their profile, it says who gave it to them, and in his it does not.
yeah, I don't believe having a flight license gives you keys. I'm pretty sure you need to be an instructor, but
I can confirm pilot license.
You can?
The pilot license, not the flight instructor license.
Yeah, if we're just going after people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if we're going after helicopters and pilots licenses, Frederick White, his profile says he has one. There is no evidence in his actual body of his profile about who gave it to him.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that should be an easy way to yoink it if, you know, it starts talking.
Yes, 1000%. But then you've got people like, you know, fucking Misha and company who pull that shit out all the time. But you know what? Rip fucking bozo. You know what I mean? Oh, we collect enough of those. Maybe we can trade it in for another military helicopter. Be like arc raiders, you know? You'd like disintegrate 10 of them and just.
I like that idea. Another.
Or like a trip.
Yeah.
We got some cool helicopters now.
Yeah.
We or they?
Oh, we.
We'll find out.
Yes. We purchased a military helicopter, dude. We've been working with Dark Zone last 3 weeks in the state. We have 2 in the hangar now. We just got to get SOPs and other things so we can bring back the you know what I mean?
Oh, cool.
Be right back.
Has anybody heard anything about Colby?
He twatted out today.
Right this way, Ruby.
Awake and Alive or Alive and Awake? Which one? It was one of those. Yeah, it's just 3 words.
This is primarily over the kidnapping. Ruth,
one phone number that he has been frequently
Aaron, and McQuillan have been sort of doing a lot of the organizational stuff behind it.
Okay.
Unsure what it is. Can everybody check their phones and see if they have a number that ends in 6618?
Was it not in the master address book?
No, it's unknown number.
Nope.
Oh.
Is the number 420-784-6618?
No, it's 420-978-6618.
Okay.
So that number is the number that gave Brian's phone number to Colby, and also based on the text around that time seemed very much like trying to bait Brian out, and Brian said he wasn't available and the number seemed like annoying.
Do you remember?
So it potentially could be Brandon's new number is my thought.
Bean Maeve, wasn't there like, or was it Ruby? Someone mentioned an odd number to me on Friday or Thursday that popped up on one of the subpoenas. It didn't start with 420.
We had one like ages
was
ago as well.
The graveyard.
There's the 100s that I believe are the payphones because you got called from a payphone at the same time one of those showed up on Charlie's.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't. We tried calling it. It was unavailable.
Interesting.
So we think there might be devices.
Or, yeah, like a SIM, or you need to put something on the phone.
What
do you call it? Payphone.
I did notice when I used a payphone the other day that there was a little button at the bottom of the phone to switch to answer the phone instead. So I guess people could be calling them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just like we had the number and we tried to call it and
it didn't go
nothing
through.
happened.
It didn't.
Yeah.
No,
I-
it didn't ring.
It
And it was
makes.
the exact same number that called you when we found Brandon's Binky.
I think you guys are onto something. Maybe there's like a spoofing device that they're utilizing on the payphones.
One other time in Charlie's phone records, I could find that he called a payphone as like a similar number, assuming to be a payphone.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the kidnapping master doc. There is the Los Santos County flight school. I spoke to Danger about it literally right before I arrived here. He's on board with assisting with some of that. We will be getting in contact with Nick Simone as well to get some of those details. And then, of course, the conversations with King this morning. Is there any other split of work that we need to be tackling on a master doc level?
I think as long as we're still working off the Colby one and making sure we're still trying to get people to get Colby back in custody.
Actually,
other than that, I think it's.
Do you want to speak to that, the graveyard stuff?
Yeah. So, we didn't have the exact location written anywhere. I reached out to Opal, and she advised me to reach out to Aaron. Aaron gave me, told me the mountain range it was in, so I put a photo of the graves location in that report, and then I put a photo of it on the GPS in the report as well.
That reminds me, that's where Scotty brought Colby.
Yes, he wanted to go there because it's Action Caption's grave, and he was close with Action Caption.
Oh,
I will say there's some bushes there as well, so maybe a little ghillie suit.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, pretty much between Humane Labs and the Lighthouse.
All right. Fuck
Wait,
yeah.
So, just to clarify, Brian, does this mean that Brandon was not kidnapped, or they're claiming it was a ruse?
Brandon was dressed up as Charlie and he took his mask off. The inference was that I don't think the message was for me. I think in the last month, where we have been heavily implying that the assets are working against each other's interest, I think this was a way for those individuals to believe that Brandon was not working with police and it was a part of their master plan. And there is a possibility that the day, remember when we saved Brandon last week, like Friday or some shit? Not this past Friday, but the Friday before that. There was
On the island?
No, not the island one, when he with Alice Omen.
It's like when your kid's having a temper tantrum and you're trying to control them.
Yes, that day. Alice was also kidnapped, and the threat was that Alice was going to get killed. So option one is Brandon was put up to it, or the second is just the Faceless trying to convince their own assets that this was all a ruse, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I think they thought they'd get more out of it than they did.
Exactly.
When I brought her to MRPD, she did not seem concerned whatsoever. She was not asking about him at all. No point did she say, how's Brandon? Have you got him? Is he okay?
So
she didn't give a fuck.
I did speak to her a bit, sort of like joking around with her and whatnot. She, I believe, only recently learned what Brandon was up to and was pretty upset over all of it. To the extent that she mentioned a couple things to me that sort of indicated that she was like done with him. Right? Now, take it for what you will, right? She might be in on whatever this alleged ruse was. But I did find it interesting she was hanging out with very different people the next day, right? Almost as if to, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? But,
Okay.
But
should we not perpetually be outside of Brandon's house then, in the off chance that Colby is there if he's...
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Even more now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mirror Park house?
Frederick White as well.
Correct.
I was gonna say Frederick's house as well, correct?
Yeah.
Frederick has a house in Polito.
Yeah. It's on the main drag, so there's only one way in and one way out.
I just have a feeling that phone number that Colby has been in contact might be Brandon. They called each other the way Brandon used to call Knight all the time.
Yeah. I think someone should take point in having a chat with Alice Oman, and not in a way that is accusatory, but genuinely seeing if she will open up about any of this. She hasn't in the past, but we have to remember we are law enforcement at the end of the day, and Brandon might be a complete piece of shit. But there is a slim chance that these aren't his decisions and that Alice is in danger. Is there anyone here that has a good rapport with her? Ruby?
I do.
Do you want...
A long time.
I think it would be worthwhile having a chat with her. Even if it's off the record and off recording, to get a sense of if she feels like she's in danger. Because...
So you know the connections, right, between the people you've all spoken about, right? Like,
you mean other than the faceless?
Like Brandon and Alice and Beric.
Maybe? Question mark? Like friends or...
No.
They used to be in, I know Brandon and ages ago, I know that Brandon and Bobby Belgium were in Troop House together, and Bobby Belgium shared a house with Alice Oman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want me to say in front of everyone.
Everyone here is cleared for all the marshal reports. So,
Okay, so yes, it goes all the way back to Alice and Bobby and Edgar and Valentino. Alice is Valentino's quote-unquote daughter. She was
wait, they're not boyfriend,
dating...
girlfriend?
No. She was dating Eric Johnson. He went into ICU. There's a lot more to that story. But yes, I know Alice. And I know why they keep going back to the grave of AK.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So yeah, they've all been intertwined for quite some time.
Even the day we saved Brandon, he was so concerned about Alice. And she was the first one that was knocked out. The scene that Aaron drove up to. And
I could understand why he is worried about her.
yeah. It just, I keep circling back to, it doesn't make sense. Like, but then again, this could have been a Brandon plan. So,
I mean, Brandon was trying to get recaptured, like punching a marshal and running away. Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
So is he looking to be pulled out of something that he's got himself into and can't get out of now? Is he worried about Alice?
Well, he was, but then he dressed up like Charlie and said this entire series of events, the last month plus, was his plan all along to be a pretend snitch. So I don't...
And he never gave us anything of value except Silas,
No.
which we knew was not of importance to Faceless.
Yeah.
But for what benefit? For whose
I
benefit?
think they're trying to play mind games to make us feel like we're on our toes.
Yes, exactly. The messaging was by whom I'm assuming is Mr. Blue. When I was fading in and out, the recording implied that they make the decisions in the city and they create these illusions as if they led us to a trap, but the trap doesn't make sense. The only thing that made sense, because he threw everyone
Remember
under
how
the
hard
bus.
Brandon wanted to come stay in the observatory?
That is right. Yeah, I remember.
Was anybody arrested over your second kidnapping?
Three individuals they were released pending charges. We oh, that's what I wanted to get into too. Marshal warrants. Please do not notify anybody. They may or may not have a marshal warrant. There are strict protocols that we are going by, so unless you've been kind of fully looped in on exactly where it's at with it, please just try not to discuss them with anyone.
Yeah. Or try to execute them unless you've been trained to do it. Because if they're not
They will
executed
not show
appropriately,
up
they would
in
be
red.
illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
If a martial warrant goes active, will they be able to see it from the courthouse or no?
No.
You know? They won't. Okay.
Yeah.
So the marshal warrants have certain marshals will be cleared to act upon them. As of right now, it is just Brian and I. So unless one of us are actively there and part of going after that person, they're not going to be apprehended for that warrant.
Yeah. To give kind of like the basics of what it is warrants today, like a regular warrant, there are effectively registered. They're arrest warrants, right? They're like a bench warrant. Where if this was New York, you go to a judge and you're like, hey, judge, these are the charges we believe someone should have. And then that bench, stamps it and it goes on to, every department's like MDT. These warrants lean on the notion of having probable cause at the time of arrest. And there are very specific protocols we need to follow in order for them to be legal.
And we did work with the DOJ on sort of these protocols, so DOJ are aware and know exactly how we're executing these.
State authorized, DOJ authorized, but once again, very specific means by which to do it. If they were done incorrectly, they would be illegal. So, all right.
Yeah, part of the intention behind this is we don't want these warrants to be anybody sees them, they grab them. We're grabbing these people, we are interrogating them, we are putting the fear of fucking God into them, and we're gonna make them feel it.
Yeah, I guess my only question was if they were like people can be aware that they have a warrant, and that was going to be the only thing. Like, will
they do get
someone leaking? Yeah, because outside of someone leaking that to that person that, oh, you guys have a warrant, no matter what it is, will they know beforehand through public access?
There will be initial verbal contact that we will make. They won't know until we make that contact and have that first apprehension.
Yeah.
And then after that verbal contact, a written contact will be issued if we didn't apprehend them. And then at that point, the hunt is on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But it's if somebody sees there's something written up for a martial warrant attached to a report, and we are actually told that somebody was like, oh, you might have a martial warrant to one of the individuals we hadn't even executed one on.
Yeah.
We sometimes have these written up and don't move on them because other things become a priority, but they are there and ready in case we need them.
Yeah. In terms of next steps, Aaron McQuillan, what are y'all looking to tackle next? We want to make sure you have the resources.
Me personally, I'm just in the process of finishing Stephen O'Connor's search warrant. He doesn't want to consent, so we'll
Okay.
do it the long way.
Has he?
The other two consented, so.
Was he the third one that wasn't interrogated? Was that the one that wasn't interrogated, or was that someone
He
else?
was interrogated before release, I believe. Rooker, was that you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, before release, was it?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much he
didn't have anything.
All right. Good shit. Okay.
I mean, I mentioned to you in the car, like, it's just getting like everything from the weekend squared away. I think the next week or so is going to be very telling in terms of what happen. So just keeping an eye out, and then obviously, what myself, Dakota, and Aldo were doing, looking for Colby pretty much anywhere we could think to find him. That's why we were about to go down to the sewers and just have a poke around.
That's very smart.
I also do have all phone records of all the individuals we subpoenaed. If anybody wants that raw data, let me know. It is literally Falconer is probably going to lose his mind with the amount of subpoenas.
Let's do this. Throw up the investigation onto the tool, and we'll equip everyone with access.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all now in the faceless one, but I can open up its own.
Yeah, let's do a separate one for it, just so everyone here can poke at it.
Yeah. Falconer, I think there was 8 different subpoenas he was sending me one after another after another.
Oh, Bean, the friends request thing. Could you explain to everyone here how to send me their friends request link? And then I'll add them. That'll probably be the easiest way to give people
I
access.
also have a question. So Daisy sent me hers, but then I didn't know what to do with it. And I tried to do something, but then nothing happened.
I think you just put it in the browser, no?
Yeah, they just give you a link. You go to your friends tab, or friends page. You generate your link if you don't have one already. Sometimes you need to refresh if it doesn't immediately pop up. And then you just give someone that link. They'll enter into their browser. It will pop up with your profile, and they'll just hit add friend.
Yes. Okay. So who here does not have access to the subpoena tool right now?
I do not.
Okay, we'll get you. Bean, could you get them signed up and then have them send me their friend link, and then I'll get them added.
Go to the general communications for PD, and it's pinned.
Oh, boom! Good fucking shit. Bean, how's your dad on top of this shit so quick?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Have access to our PD chats.
Wait, what?
He's the IT guy.
Bro, too many questions. Hey, the IT guy.
Bean pinned it for him.
Well, yeah. Sometimes he asks me to do little things here and there.
Who do we need to send it to?
Send it to me.
Brian.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you my Brian.
All right, the investigation
Through
is
email,
up, Brian.
please.
Only you can invite people.
Yeah, I
I'm adding all the subpoenas now.
Okay. And you put it under the assassin one, so the marshal's already sorted?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, easy.
If you invite me, Ruth, I can get the BCSO detectives
Ooh.
in as a group.
Good shout.
Anyone from BCSO need an invite to the BCSO detectives group?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this tool.
It's this all stemmed from, what was it? There was a point in my life, where Bean and I used to hang out quite a bit, and now he ignores my phone calls. But,
You're fucking too busy for me these days.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
not.
like how you invite members to a group.
Okay.
Like the the code. I
Give
think
suggestions and it can be changed.
Do we need an
whoever-
HR meeting?
Whoever made that shit probably screwed that shit up.
Listen, Jesus Christ. The link is good for how you add friends. That's great. I wish it was the same for inviting people to a group.
Okay, we can.
'Cause I have to give you a code
That can
and
be
then-
changed. That will be
Then you
changed
have to find, like,
tomorrow.
where to put it.
Somehow that has been bumped up to the top of the priority list.
Yeah, how do you know what your dad's gonna do first?
I'm just gonna call him later and be like, "Hey, pops, help me out. You're not being paid for any of this thing." But
He's got his dad on a hamster wheel. in some
listen,
basement.
pops, they won't give me a new Yod engine, but they need you to do this for me.
Didn't you just get a new Yard engine?
I did, but that was from Danger. That's different.
Well, that was for the whole department.
Wait, hold on. Let me send you some state funding real quick. One sec. You could send this to your
Thank you.
dad. Give me a sec.
Can we rename group to clan?
No.
What?
Go to the friends thing on the left hand side on the sidebar, and then generate your link if you don't have one already. And then if it doesn't appear, just refresh.
What
It'll be
is
there.
this?
And
Stream
then
name?
copy the link
Chat?
and send it to Brian through email.
Austin, right? Isn't it?
The amount of subpoenas I am uploading is insane.
No, what is this kick name? Wait. Is he on Twitch right now?
Just refresh. Should just take like a second, but I don't think it actually updates when you generate it. I need to fix that.
It literally isn't though.
Your dad needs to.
Are you? Is your dad awake right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you get him down there?
Wait, where?
He's over in Ireland. Actually, he might not be because of the time difference.
Can you call him? Get him on.
I'm sure you can just
Speakerphone?
zoom him.
I'd have to leave the office to call him.
It's only
It's not even midnight.
it's only midnight. Yeah, it's just about midnight at home.
All right.
He's like he's like 50, guys.
Let me
So he's in the pub.
Oh.
Could
Hold
actually be
on.
in the pub. It is Monday.
Monday,
also-
midnight. Yeah,
If anybody needs to use this as well, I did create a subpoena to be served tag. It's helping me make sure I can identify subpoenas I need to be delivered because I can just
Yes.
search by that tag, look at the oldest one, and make sure that results have been
Oh,
delivered.
good shout out. Yeah, that's a really good idea. The amount
I just
that are being
remove it
sent
once
out.
I deliver.
Yeah,
I couldn't keep track anymore in my head.
should some of these go under the marshal subpoenas or what? Probably not.
All of these are also in the faceless master investigation as well.
Okay, good. All right. But what about the ones that are currently being written? I don't think we need to worry too much about it.
All the
right?
phone
Brother, it's in the
subpoenas
general.
are good.
Okay.
General pinned.
All right.
Why would you do something for yourself, Ventura?
I hate to be a pick me, but can you guys spread out a little bit so Ruby and Jessica, what did Jay say?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Come on, Bean.
The fuck did I do? Why are you coming at me?
Does anybody want to sort of take point on the Los Santos Flight School investigation?
I think we hold off on that, Ruth, till we get in touch with Nick Simone. And you know,
when and if you need someone for that, I'm happy to.
Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
Are all of you interested as we start rolling out some of these martial warrants? Interested in helping out with the CAPTCHA if needed?
Who isn't interested in the captures? Let's make it easier. All right. Hell yeah.
So depending on time and availability, I believe that between Ventura and I in the later hours, we can do those people.
100%. I think Key, Quangle, we've been leaning on quite a bit. I'd love to include them if we go into the later hours. And RGB.
Yeah, if there's ever anybody that obviously doesn't want to be involved, like, that's fine. That's not some people's cup of tea.
All right. Easy.
Yeah, again, I think if you just, in regard to, from about now onwards, we do see different people.
Yeah.
Just give it to Ventura or I, and we have certain people that we can do the work.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have some shift 2 and some manner that are going to be more shift 1 captures.
Okay. Anything else we want to discuss before we, start cooking? I know everyone's got some shit to jump on. Do not hesitate to reach out if you are feeling overwhelmed or need us to look at something or throw more people at something, right? Last thing we want is anyone's back breaking because, they're lifting the entire world on their back. And I know that everyone here in the circle is probably got a shitload of stuff on their plate. Actually, I don't see a single person here that doesn't. So, all right. Okay. Fuck yeah. All right. I'm gonna have a chat with Ruby.
Oh, Brian, real quick.
Yep.
Whenever you get a chance, can you make those MDD tags for me and King so we can get those SPs done for the thing?
Do it on a document first. That's what the state's gonna want to see.
The state wants. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Awesome.
When you do get around to doing it on MGT Bean, you don't need Brian to give you the tag. It's just the SOP Andy tag, I think. That you need.
No, they're not going to
No.
be public
special.
SOPs.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
End of the day.
It's effectively, you know, child locks, if you get what I mean.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is